Oh, hey there. You ready for a workout today? On the piano, that is. Hi, I'm Dayna, and this is Dayna's Music Notes. So this is our workout room, and it used to be my daughter's room when she still lived at home, but she is grown and moved out with a family of her own. So over the years we've added more and more workout equipment and plenty of weights, so we pretty much have everything we need. But when she lived at home, this is how she wanted it decorated, with kind of a fun jungle theme and all of the animals that you see here. So there's all kinds of fun things you can do with animal prints. And I always loved this room so much that I just kept it this way for my workout room too. And then I love her bathroom too, that's attached to this room. We kind of carried the animal print theme into there too. It's a nice bright room with a window overlooking into our backyard. And then my favorite thing about this bathroom is the border with cute little tubs that each have a different animal print. How cute is that? So with the pandemic going on and just having to stay in more, we were quarantined there at the start, and it's just easier to snack more when you're home all the time. And so I don't know about y'all, but I think I gained the COVID-19. So I am committed to working out at least 5 times a week. And then also my daughter and I started a diet plan yesterday. It's actually more just a healthy way of eating. And so hopefully in a month to 6 weeks, you'll see me a little more trim, so we shall see. But for now, I'm gonna finish my workout and then I'll meet you downstairs in my music room. Welcome back to my music room. So in today's lesson, we are going to start with some warm-ups, and then I will teach you the chromatic scale, and then I'll also do some transposing. You know, last week we played Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and today I'll show you how to transpose that easily into the key of G and then the key of D. And then at the end of the lesson today, I'm going to play Chariots of Fire for you. That was a great movie, and if you haven't seen it, it was about 2 young men runners, and they were training for the Olympics, and they would run on the beach, and the music that was playing behind that was just beautiful. So I'll play that for y'all at the end. So if you're ready, let's get started. Okay, let's warm up our fingers. And just like when you're going to do a workout, you warm up your muscles. So same thing with playing piano. We will warm up our fingers. So, and I wanted to just show you the way that I do warm-ups when I sit down. And so you could kind of make this your goal. You know, so I told you to try to start doing your scales and chords hands together. So I start with C. Then I go right into chord progressions. And I move from that right into inversions. Then you could take your next one. Then we move down to D. Okay, so now I want to teach you another great warm-up, the chromatic scale. Now, a chromatic scale just plays every single key, white or black, and you can go down or you can go up. So I'm going to start with going down. So there's a certain fingering. If you're going from a white key to black key, you're just going to go 1, 3, 1, 3. Then when you come to 2 white keys together, go 3, 2. 1, 3, 1, 3, 2. Going up, 1, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3. So that's kind of a fun little thing to do. And if you remember when I played For Elise, there was a part after the arpeggios. That was a chromatic scale coming down. So try that one at home. Okay, now I wanted to show you another finger exercise that you can try. So just pick any key that you want. I'm going to do the A, and you're just going to play the A over and over, but with different fingering. So you're going to go 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, and then, so it'll take a while to get that fast, but you're just kind of rolling. Like, try to keep your hand still, and you're just moving your fingers. And so I did this for Elise, and the reason you would do it this way is that sounds a lot better than just hitting it with the one finger, and that one finger is going to get really tired. So, and I'm going to use this technique when I play Chariots of Fire later. I believe it starts on a D flat. It does, and you'll just hear in the left hand, so listen for that. So last week we reviewed our treble clef notes and how to read them. This week let's review the bass clef notes. So I've taught you in the past that a little mnemonic to use is all cows eat grass that will work for those 4 spaces. And so if you know that this is a G, then the next note would be an A, and that's why that's a B. So if you want to pause that and try to write all those out, and then I'll write them in for us. Okay, now we'll do the same with our line notes. And again, there is a little sentence you can use, good boys do fine always. But rather than memorizing that, again, if you just know all cows eat grass, if you know that this space is an A and this is a C, then you know that's a B. So if you want to try to work those on your own, go ahead and pause it, write them out, and then I'll write them out for us. All right, here's our last worksheet that is combining bass clef lines and spaces. So if you want to go ahead and try that first, and now I'll do the worksheet for you and you can check yourself. And one little mistake almost made, that's a D though. And there you go. So I realized last week I did not do a good job of explaining the B chord progressions to y'all. So we did look at it that your progression is your first, your fourth, and your fifth tone. So that means that your chord progression is going to be B, E, and F sharp, because that's your first, third, and fifth tone. But your progressions, this is what the chords would look like in root position. But if you remember when we talked about inversions, then you can invert your chords so that you can play them easily all within the same area. So that's our B, our first chord progression. Then our fourth, which is E, inverted. Oh, and I did not write in that's got one sharp in the middle. And then your F sharp. So let's go look at that on the piano one more time. Okay, so here's our B chord, B, D sharp, F sharp. And then remember when you do your chord progressions, it's the first chord, the fourth chord, so our fourth tone, 1, 2, 3, 4, our fourth tone is an E. There's your E chord, but instead of playing it like this, we're putting the B on the bottom so that you can go from here to here easily. And then that last chord is your fifth chord, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's an F sharp chord. And instead of playing those two up here, we're going to bring those two and play them down here. So that way you can go easily from B to your fourth chord. Then we go back to your first chord and then that last chord. I'm playing it like this instead of, normally you'd play it with your thumb, but you can't see what I'm playing. So I hope that helps a little bit. I know last week you really couldn't see what my fingers were doing. So actually, before we move on, let's look at the B chord progressions with our left hand too. So your pinky's on the B, finger 2 on the D sharp, and your thumb on the F sharp. So there's your B chord. So when you move into that first progression, keep your B on the bottom, move up to the E and the G sharp. Then you move back down. And then that last chord, you keep the F sharp, and these two move down one. So you're going to be on the A sharp, D sharp, and F. And then back to root. So there we go. Okay, today I wanted to look at doing some more transposing. So last week we played Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and you did it in the key of C with the C chord progressions. But now we're going to transpose this same song into the key of G and the key of D. This has gotten a little wrinkled over the past couple of weeks, but this is where I taught you about your chord progressions and how all of them they use your first, fourth, and fifth tone. You've got your tonic, your subdominant, and your dominant. So here's the key of C. So over at the piano, we're going to go and I'm going to show you how to play Twinkle Twinkle in the key of G. So we'll use the G, C, and D chord, and then we're going to transpose it into the key of D, where we'll use our G and our A. So let's go try that out. Okay, so first we had Twinkle Twinkle in the key of C. So to transpose it into G, we are just going to move up here, move from C to where now your thumbs are on G, and let's do a quick review of your G chord progressions. And then we're going to do the D7 and then back to G. So your right hand will just do the same exact fingering. Down here, you know how you went from C to G, so you skipped 3 keys here. We're going to do the same exact thing. Skip 3 keys, move down. So let's try that. Okay, and then the next part would be so now let's do the same thing, but in the key of D. So again, let's review your chord progression. And sometimes it helps just running through that scale also. So that reminds you that you have an F sharp and a C sharp. Okay, so let's try it. First, just the right hand by itself. Now when you move down, don't forget to play that sharp this time. And let's put it with your chords. So there you go. And if you can try to pick out any simple little song like that. So we've done it with Mary Had a Little Lamb, and we've also done it with Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. But maybe pick a little tune like that you can kind of figure it out, the right hand, and then see if you can put some chords with it. concludes our lesson for the week, and I hope you'll join me back next week for a special video. My husband and I always do a GiGi and Poppy camp in the summer for our grandkids, and that's next week. So if you join me, you'll get to meet several of my grandchildren, and I'll have several of them play some songs on the piano for you. So I hope to see you then. Thanks for watching.